Swatchy swatchy time. Hi guys, my name is Zenobia and welcome to my channel. So today I wanted to do a little first impressions with you. I haven't done first impressions in a while. I will just do a follow-up video later talking about how I really feel, because we all know first impressions change. This is going to be on the Distortion palette. I will tell you, as soon as I saw this palette come out, I knew I was going to buy it purely, if nothing else, for nostalgic reasons. Back when I was in high school, the brand Mary Kay there's this brand Mark that goes with Mary Kay. It's like geared towards like the younger generation, I guess. But they came out with this little quad, and it had like blue, green, yellow, and purple of these like sheer colors, and you got this black eyeliner, and you could put it over the black eyeliner and it would transform the shadows, which is what this is supposed to do with the blackout colors. So I knew I would get that just because I missed that palette and I thought it was a great idea, and I've been wanting for years for another company to come out with something like that because I thought it was such a cool thing. And so I knew I would get that palette, nothing else for that reason. But anyway, let's jump into the swatches and a little look I did with it. Yes, I'm not wearing makeup today. That's because I did my swatches today. And I did my look first. I went kind of backwards. I was too excited. I did not want to put makeup on after the swatches because I don't know if you can tell how swollen my eyelids are, but I feel like they're gonna fall off. But my face is done with makeup today, and my eyes are in pain. So, swatchy time. Okay, I'm going to be using my GCat Beauty Color Switch sponge to clean off my brushes in between swatches. I'll be using this BRB SO2 brush by Coastal Scents. For the swatches, this is a nice, dense, kind of flat brush. In swatches, I'm going to be using my Neutrogena makeup remover wipes to clean off the shadow. Okay guys, so I don't have any primer, translucent powder, anything on my eyes. These are completely just clean on the skin swatches. Okay, so we're going to start these off with this top row here, which is going to be the transition shades, or the shades that are supposed to transform. And so I'm going to be using the color Blackout here on half of my lid for these swatches, so that we can see how it looks without the blackout, without the black underneath, and then with the black underneath. So it's kind of what you're supposed to use to transform it. I'm going to start out with Bleach, which looks to be a gold color, and Shifty, which is like this greenish color. So Blackout seems to be very pigmented. I'll show you. I'm just kind of barely touching the brush in there, just like so, and putting quite a bit of pigment off of that to cover half the lid. So it's very pigmented, which is nice for a black. That was a really messy swatch. Sorry guys. Also stain my brushing. You can see that. So since Blackout kind of shape, stain my brush, I'm going to use this Eddie Funkhauser shadow brush. Same kind of shape, just a little bit smaller in width for the transition shadows, for the rest of the shadows. So I don't want the stain of the black to affect how we see it. So here's Bleach. Very pretty gold on the lid. And then see how it changes over the black, how it transforms. So it's still pretty gold, but you can see it kind of looks like just black when you look straight on it, and then it kind of gives it that gold shift. See. How about lime green here? Go to the black. So I like the shift of that one. It's like a little bit more pigmented than this gold is over here, I feel like. So I really like that. You can see like a very definite line between the swatches though, so I don't know how well it would blend into other shadows. We'll have to play with that and see. Got Blackout on. Sorry, I know the black's kind of messy, but it's like really hard to work out because it's really pigmented, so it's kind of hard to work with. I'll definitely appreciate playing with this later. You can see there's quite a bit of kickback with these in the pan. So we're gonna go in with Space and Mind Game. Oh, it's like an ultraviolet color, like purpley blue. That's really pretty. See what it does over the black. These are not transforming like I kind of imagined they would, but there is space. This is Mind Game, that purple color. So I like this one, the Space Mind Game color, the deep like corally purple that it gives you for the transformation. I really don't see much of a transformation with Space in the blue. So next we're gonna do Blur, which looks to be like a pinky color. Go over here to First Offense, it's like orangey color. These are a lot more colorful in the pan than these transition ones than they look on the website. Like online they look like they're just white, but you can tell the colors in here, so just FYI. It's not like a guess game. So this one doesn't seem to be transforming it too much here on the lid, which is really disappointing. I'm not getting much from that color, so I wonder if these will do differently if they're wet. Maybe I should do wet swatches with them as well. I've already used this color in a look because I did my look before, my first look with this, before I even swatched anything because I was so excited. I love this color. It's like very coppery. And I do like that it's so shimmery and pigmented without me having to wet the brush. Next up, we've got Hotbox and 5.0. And more green it looks like, so let's see if it translates on the lid. Oh yes, oh, I love this oral, like emerald green. It's so rich. Do get some fallout there if you see that there. So, and these are pretty powdery, like they're kicking back so much shadow in the pan. And it's making it a little messy for application on the lids. Blow off all the kickback. That's kind of a pretty color, like a, I don't know, it's almost like a purpley blue. It's not like, I don't know how to describe that. It's really pretty though. There is 5.0 and Hotbox. Not as much, not really any fallout with the 5.0. Like I said, this, you can see here where I got quite a bit from Hotbox. Next up we have Rogue and Trash Talk. Oh, that's pretty. This one is not giving a lot of kickback, but it's also not coming off as easily onto the brush, so it's not quite as pigmented as the other two. But again, these are with a dry brush, and these are all really shimmery shadows, so maybe I'll do wet swatches too. I think we should do that. So, Trash Talk. That one again, not too pigmented, but there those two are. Next, we're going to do Territorial and Old Smoke. I'm going to skip Blackout since we've already kind of seen it swatched when I did the transition or transformation shades. So territorial, very pretty bronze color. It's nice, went on very nicely. And then Old Smoke. So it doesn't look to be quite as shimmery. But I do see a little tad bit in the pan, so it doesn't really seem to be coming up on the lid. Very sheer kind of color. It's kind of like a brown gray, like it's not like a red gray, it's got like a brown undertone to it. So last two, we've got Shag and Velvet. I hope that Shag is going to come off as pigmented as it looks in the pan. Really pretty sheer. Womp womp. But we'll do wet swatches too to see how it would be wet, because I think I would wet my brush for that one, as well as some of these others since they are also shimmery. Okay, let's get Velvet. Velvet seems to be very similar to Territorial, just a little bit darker, kind of like a reddish undertone. It's pretty. Not a whole lot of fallout. So there those are. I'm going to use this EcoTools crease brush. I like using this for wet swatches because the bristles are a lot more slick, I guess is how you would describe it. They're a lot more compact. Again, starting out with Blackout. I am not using this one wet. It is the only one I won't swatch wet because it's a matte color and I don't want my brush for mattes. Starting out with Bleach. Well, that doesn't want to go anywhere when you're wet. I'm just using water. I'm not using any Fix Plus or anything. I'm just using water for this because I don't have Fix Plus. So, okay, on the lid. It's not liking to go over that black. Oh no! Oh, it's like making it all muddy in the pan. I don't know if this was a good idea. Okay, so it's really like mixing those two together. So if that's what you wanted to do, that's the way to do it. Like, mix the two colors. I do like that effect though, with like mixing it with the black. I feel like it gives you more of that transformation than before. But okay, we'll see. This may have been a bad life choice. Going in with Shifty, which was that green color. If you don't mind, I'm not showing them to you again. I feel like that would just make this video too long. I do like how that one's going on wet. I like this one the first time though. Hope that's not a sign. Okay. And it's like blending them together, but I feel like it's making the transformation more pronounced when the brush is wet. Do you see that? You guys saw that? Okay, I'm gonna go in with Space. You know, at least there's not a lot of kickback when you use it wet. I will say that. Yeah, when you use it with that dry brush, it was like, it's not even a really fluffy brush. Like, I get more kickback with fluffy brushes than I do with those dense ones, so. No, this one is definitely doing a lot better wet. Maybe I should invest in some Fix Plus versus just water. That might be just like a good thing to do at this point in my life. So I feel like that transformation is much better with the wet brush. Now for Mind Game. The wet brush is kind of like relieving some of the burning on my eyelids. So that's something. Okay, so what is going on here? This is just like a muddy mess. Oh, this was like the purple one. It wasn't just the pink one, but This is making a mess. I can feel like shadow falling all over my face. So it's good I don't have any other makeup on today. I don't have it for a reason. There's that. Okay, so this is Blur, which was that pinky one. This one was the one I really didn't feel like applied very well, and I still don't feel like that's applied very well. Maybe I shouldn't do the, you know, final thoughts right after this because my eyelids hurt so bad. I might be a little grumpy. Okay, that one's not really going over the black still again, so Blur. We're not friends. You know, this is with no primer or anything, so that's, you know, one thing about it, but I still feel like this one is just not doing anything for me. It's not, but I don't usually wear pink on my eyelids, so whatever. I'll live without that one. Next, we're gonna do First Offense with the wet brush. Yes. It's like liquid metal. So good. I like it. I really like this color a lot. I don't feel like it did too much of a difference between a wet brush and a dry brush, but I just love this color. Next is Hot Box, which was that really pretty emerald green. Oh, very nice. Very nice. A little patchy, but I love the color. I don't mind building it up a little bit. It's when I have to like spend half an hour building up the color that I get really frustrated. Whoops. Oh, I love that color. That green is so rich and beautiful. So now we have 5.0. It's a nice little blue color that was pretty sheer the first one around, like it wasn't really opaque the first time around, so let's see if this is helping it any. And I feel like it's applying a little bit patchy with the wet brush, but well, yeah, and it's not really wanting to build up, like it's just like moving it around. You have to kind of like pat it. What if I pat it with my finger? Let's try that. Oh, there you go. Okay, so that one's one you gotta pat with your finger to get something going for it. We're gonna go in with Rogue, which was our purple. That was very unimpressive and sheer. So I'm gonna do half the lid with this. And half the lid with our finger. With a little bit of space so we can tell the difference. So I think that one might be a finger one too. Yeah, pack it on with your finger. It does really nicely that way. The wet, it's kind of a little patchy. Trash Chalk. This is again that pink that was just really unimpressive. Not feeling the pinks. Still not feeling the pinks. It is a little bit more pigmented, but it's just so sheer and like, I'm not getting anything. Okay, let's try a finger. Okay, so pack it on with a finger. These are finger, I don't like to use my finger though, but much better with the finger. Once again. Now we're going in with Territorial, which was that kind of shimmery brown color. That one's doing good with the wet brush, it looks like. It was good with the dry brush too, so. I'm really liking this one and First Offense a lot. Like they kind of look foiled. Now we're gonna try Old Smoke. This one looks like there's shimmer in the pan, but it really didn't show up last time. So let's see if the wet brush, it kind of shows up. Whoa, that was not Old Smoke. So, applies a little bit more patchy and muddy looking with the wet brush, so that's not great. Let's just do with my finger. I'm gonna do like on the upper part of my lid that's not dying. So you can get that shimmer with the finger, it looks like. So another one that's good with the finger. You guys see that? How it's like kind of shimmery. So finger's the way to go with that one. Going with Shag. Pretty silver. Nope. Wet brush is not doing it good justice. Let's try the finger. Try it up here. Oh, finger. Finger likes it. There we go. That's what we want. Right? Velvet. I liked you. Don't let me down. Oh, yes. Oh, love it. So these ones that have the chunkier glitter are the more shimmer tone, like with the wet brush, whereas these other shimmers like Shag here and Old Smoke and Rogue and Trash Talk are all really good with a finger. I like that. I like that color. Oh my gosh, here it is. So pretty. It's a little bit smaller than expected, but okay guys, we're just gonna jump in. I'm not even swatching first. I'm just gonna jump in to this. There's the inside. Look how beautiful it is. I'm so excited about this. My face is really red right now because I just finished derma rolling, which is why I'm not going to do any other makeup. I'm just going to use this eyelid because I cannot wait to use this palette. It looks like all of them except for Blackout is shimmery. So I am going to go in with my My Little Pony palette and grab Generosity to lay down base. I'm so excited for this palette. I was derma rolling and it came in the mail and I was like, oh, I'm using it as soon as I get done with this. I don't even care. So I'm gonna put this all over the lid. Well, not all over the lid. I'll put it all over the upper portion of the lid. So I'm sorry if it bothers you that I'm not gonna have any other makeup, but I don't know if you can tell how red my forehead is right now. Like, literally just derma rolled. If you don't know what that is like this little roller thing with hundreds of needles that you roll on your face to help with wrinkles and stuff. So I am trying to do that out. I've only done it. This is the second time I've done it, so we'll see how it goes. Okay, so I've got that base laid down. Now I am going to go in with, let's see, what do I want to use? I'm going to go in with First Offense. Let's do that. First Offense, this little orangey color. And I'm like so excited. I'm throwing my brushes everywhere. I'm gonna put that into the crease using windshield wiper motions. Very warm and orangey. Down. So I know I haven't seen a lot about this palette, like a lot of people being excited for it or anything. I can tell you, like, the reason I wanted to get this palette was purely for nostalgic reasons. Like, I know how I can transform shadows and stuff and whatnot, but I wanted it because, let's see, let's go in with, ooh, that's a pretty one. Let's go in with Old Smoke, this little gray color. Cool it down a little bit. We're going to be all over the place with this look. But when I was in high school, I believe it was, Mary Kay has this brand called Mark. And it's like supposed to be like the hipster brand. So I'm kind of using circular motions, by the way, to blur this out. I'm just putting it right on the outer corner. But anyway, they have this brand called Mark, and they came out with this little quad. Oops. They came out with this little quad that was like very pale, like pinky color, and green and blue and purple. And this was before YouTube existed or anything like that. So, but anyway, you could get this black eyeliner with it and it would transform it. So the idea was like you drew the eyeliner on and then put the eyeshadow over everything. And like the pink would have you like this washy, like iridescent pink color. And then it would have this purple up for where you put the liner. And it was really cool. And I loved that quad. I mean, miss it. And so that is like the pure reason like I got this. Okay, so here we have so far. Now I'm gonna go in with blackout, and I'm going the black color. This is supposed to be what you put down for transition, and I'm gonna put that just over, like in between the gray and the middle half of my lid, and kind of blur it out. But anyway, as soon as I saw this palette, I was like, I knew I was going to get it, and it's smaller than I expected, but I mean, like when I first opened it, but then I was like, oh no, the shadows seem pretty good size. These shadows are really pigmented too, like this black is really pigmented. I'm like just like tapping in, like, I don't know if you see, I'm like tapping in like, boop, and that's it. I'm not even like rubbing it, and there is enough pigment. I'm kind of out of breath. Oh, sorry. I'm just too excited. There is enough pigment to go exactly where I wanted it to go. So it's good black. And Angelica, I can't say her last name. I'll butcher. I'll link her video down below. But she has a video about like how you can transform shadows if you're not interested in getting the palette, but you're interested in that kind of thing. I'll link it down below so you guys can check it out. Okay. So I did that, and the reason I did that because I don't want to put the color, the transition color all over. I want to see like how it transitions. Okay, let's go in with, it looks like there's like a pinky, a purple, blue, green, and like a goldish one. Since we have that orange, I'm going to go in with the goldish one, which is the color Bleach. And clean brush, clean brush, clean brush. We are going to put that all over the mobile lid. So starting with the inner corner. Whoa, that's bright gold. And then I'm gonna move it over that black. That is like, whoa, that's a lot of dust it kicked up too, by the way. You can see that. But that is such a bright color, like it doesn't look that bright in the pan. But we're gonna put it over that black also to see how it kind of transforms it. I'm so in love with this. That gold is like super, super bright. I am dipping in a second time when I go over the black. I'm just gonna run the brush, like not getting any more color, just in the middle there, back and forth, little blur that line in the center together. Okay, and then for the lower lash line, let's see, let's use Trash Talk. Trash Talk is like this little purpley color. We'll use that on the lower lash line. Little pop of purple there. Just so thrilled about this palette. And then here is the finished look. I hope you guys don't mind that I didn't put any other makeup on. Like I said, with the derma rolling, it's just not good for your skin to do it right now. So I hope you're okay with that. So I hope you enjoyed those swatches, and yes, 2 rounds of swatching in one day, right back to back. That is why my eyelids feel like they're gonna pop. The look is kind of funky, not really something I would usually put together, but you know what? I shouldn't even say usually because I kind of do crazy stuff all the time. But It's not something I would have thought to put together, but I just kind of did because I was just excited when thinking about it. But I will definitely have a follow-up video coming with some more looks with this palette and my final thoughts, or after your first impressions and excitements, worn down thoughts. But I will say, so the packaging I love. It's like heavy, and I love like the holographic thing. I don't know if you can tell if that's hollow on the screen, but it's got this little holographic silver, so I love that. The shadows do have, try to do this without blinding you, but so you can do that. Okay, so the shadows do have a lot of kickback. I tried to blow most of it off, but you can still see some there. So that's kind of disappointing that they're so powdery, because I know Urban Decay can do a better job than that. So on them. Anyway, so as far as the color, the transformation, the pink wasn't as much of a pop as I was really hoping for. I mean, that Mark palette, like they had that pink color in there, and when you put it over the black eyeliner, there was no black scene. It was like this gorgeous, like ultraviolet purple. It's the Pantone color of the year. That's what it was, that ultraviolet color. Like that's what it transformed into. But I will say, for those, they really didn't work with any other black base. Like you had to have that special eyeliner. So I don't know if these will work with a different base. I will test it out, and when I do my follow-up video for this one, I'll let you guys know. But they do provide it in there for you, so that's nice. The Mark one, you had to buy the eyeliner pens separately. So I kind of think I like that this palette's pretty unique. Like it's a new concept for a palette. Yes, we can transform shadows. There's been videos about how to transform shadows. I'll link Angelique's down below. Like that's a thing we can do, but actually putting it like into a palette form, I feel like it's a new concept. So I really enjoyed that, or fairly new, because the Mark one was before YouTube and social media. So like Facebook had just gotten started. So, you know, I would consider that a fairly new concept since it wasn't really out there. I really like some of the colors in here, like the color First Offense and Velvet and Shag. I feel like those are really unique. I have a ton of eyeshadows and a ton of eyeshadow palettes. I am an eyeshadow junkie, and I do not feel like I have those three colors in any of my palettes, like exactly what they are in there. And even that Old Smoke color is really, I like the like subtle shimmery gray. I really enjoyed that one. That Hot Box, I do have it. If you want to dupe for it, the mixed color in Jade is just like it. I have two of those because I love that shadow. And but as you know, it's a very pretty color, so I like that I have in the palette. Rogue and Trash Talk, not fan of those two. Those just were not my cup of tea. But the rest of them really, I feel like apply pretty well. Yeah, you have to use your finger for some of them, but I mean, I feel like you have to do that with a lot of shadows. So we'll see during more application processes about like fallout. I didn't get a lot of fallout during these swatches. However, I do use pretty dense brushes. When you use more of a fluffy brush, you can possibly get more fallout and kickback. So we'll see that in my follow-up video. Do I think it's worth $48? No. I think that this would be, I would pay $30. $30, I think is what this palette's worth. $30. Of course, you are paying for the name, so Urban Decay can bump it up to $48. I did get this with my coupon for Sephora. It was the first time I used a coupon there. It was like the $15 off because I'm not an insider. This is the first year I've really shopped there, so because I've never lived near one. But anyway, and I still don't live near one, so I ordered stuff online. I did get it with that $15 off coupon, which I had to buy like another little lip gloss thing, so I would be the $15 off of 50 deal. So you know, it brought it down to a reasonable price for me, but I think it's worth $30 just because I don't think as of right now, the shadows transform really well and like blow my mind like I wanted them to. But we can visit that again maybe after I use it a few more times. I'll think it's worth a little bit more, but for right now, $30. That's what you're worth to me. But anyway, I don't hate it. I do enjoy it, and I'm glad that somebody went ahead and did this. I think it would be fun for more companies to do things like this and cut it out with the NutriFuzz. There's plenty of them. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope to see you soon. Don't forget you can subscribe up here on one side or the other if you are not subscribed already, and there are a couple videos in the bottom of the screen that you can watch and check me out some more if you would like. So thank you again for watching. Love you guys. Bye.